Metal Hurlant number 4, published in October of 1975 by Les Humanoides Associes. Greetings, friends. Today we're going to take a look at Metal Hurlant number 4. This was originally published in October of 1975 by Les Humanoides Associes, of course composed of Druillet, Moebius, and Farkas. Here on the cover we have a great Moebius piece, editorial by Druillet. Nice full-page art from Vaughn Bode from COBALT 60. Contents page, we will start off with the continuing adventures of Druillet by Alexis and Druillet. More of the Return of the Book Eaters by Druillet. Then, of course, Arzoc by Moebius, Les Poulets, which is the chickens, by Mas. And we have the Grand Roman, Episode 3 by Pierre Pelot. COBALT 60 by Vaughn Bode. Another piece by Moebius on page 47. Then, of course, page 49, we have Nepsimo by Alain Voss. The Voss Man, and the second chapter of Den by Richard Corben. A piece by Gottlieb on page 67. More Moebius on 70. Lumiere's Lights by Serge Clerc and Lionel Gerin. Glabule by Mandrika. Then we have Special Espionage in the Cosmos by Mas. This is an ad, actually. Bode, it's an album for Bode's work. An ad by Futuropolis. Alexis and Druillet's Further Adventures of Druillet. It is a tragedy that this guy took his own life several years after doing this. And of course here we have Druillet with Return of the Book Eaters. The Arzoc, classic story. We've seen this in heavy metal, and of course this does appear in heavy metal number 3, June of 1977, which I've already covered in another video. But I just, once again, love the colors. Of course, Moebius art is fantastic. The framing on this, as you can see, is always going away from you. This guy's driving his car. The shots are away. You know, you would expect like a flip to show him coming at you. He does not. Doesn't go for it. So he gets out of his car. He goes into this weird compound. And these strange naked people are sitting around, and one guy attacks him. Just knocks him to the ground. He's been hit pretty hard there. But he proceeds inside. He is looking at an image of Arzoc and his dead bird, or what appears to be his dead bird. He takes out some tools, and he's doing something while the poor birdie is lying there, and Arzoc is pacing around in circles, as you can see. Oh, the bird comes to life. He's fixed him. And of course he flies off, and this guy gets out of the compound and drives away. The Chickens by Francis Mas. The Grand Roman, Episode 3 by Pierre Pelot. Vaughn Bode and COBALT 60. I always love, whether it's Sunpot or COBALT 60 or Wizards, just the way his style, Vaughn Bode's style, is just unique. You can just spot it a mile away. Amazingly enough, COBALT 60 never appears in heavy metal. It appears in Wit's End number 7 in 1970. That's the first time it appears. And then it is reprinted in Metal Hurlant. A little bit of Jack Davis, creepy, eerie style from Loro, apparently 1975, doing this ad. Nepsimo by Voss. I've covered this before, and Nepsimo appears in heavy metal number 4, July of 1977. I covered this a few weeks ago when I did a video on heavy metal number 4. His designs, his layouts are often stunning across the board. I just love the way he has his panels. You know, he's not going by anybody's freaking guidelines or anything like that. He's doing his own thing. And his art is spectacular. Love his stuff. He is pretty freaking weird, though. Part 2 of Den. Den starts off in Metal Hurlant number 3. And it begins with the first issue of Heavy Metal in 1977, of course, with issue number 1. Corben is just so good with action and with impacts. Like, he's just punching the crap out of Den here, and his face is just inverting practically. It's imploding with that hit. It's great action, sequential action, and beautifully done. The colors, too. It's just everything. Here he is, of course, his normal self, his nerd self, and it explains how he got thrown into Neverwhere, and he became the muscle-bound Den. But I just love, once again, the color work on this. It's just gorgeous. Here we go with a crazy one from Marcel Gottlieb called Indecent Assault. So that translates to. And then you have this alien woman with incredibly huge breasts sitting reading a book, and then she's like, what the hell? And she sees this thing coming towards her, and it's this creature just with dicks all over him, and she's like, what the fuck? And she's looking at him with disgust. He's like, oh my God, get away. And then he reveals himself to be this dapper freak in a suit. And she walks off. Here we go, Druillet. The Night. Love that. Nice 2-page spread. We have Lumiere's translation Lights by Guerin and Clerc. Serge Clerc, who you've probably recognized in heavy metal as well. You've seen a lot of Clerc in heavy metal, the rock and roll stuff. Glabulia in the Azimuth by Mandrika. So this is Mandrika art here. Really good cartoon style. So we have this astronaut, he lands on the moon. He gets down, he's walking around the moon, and he's picking up some moon rocks, having a good old time here. And he's walking around, he sees this wallet. He's like, oh, it's a wallet. Somebody left their wallet on the moon. He goes to pick it up, and suddenly it just takes off, and it's these little alien freaks that have a cord, and they're pulling the billfold. There's, of course, the classic joke, right? And then we have Allures, Elsewhere by Mandrika. Various writers in here. People submitting or contributing pieces of news from around the world, things going on in the world of art and culture. As Metal Hurlant expands, so does its ads page. Of course, it's got the first 3 issues here, some posters from various artists, a few books. We have Corben's Rolf, and we have, of course, Special Espionage in the Cosmos. Another humor-oriented bit of science fiction. And the back page, there it is, folks. There's some incredible Druillet posters they have for sale. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Metal Hurlant number 4, and I will talk to you soon.